Alright, so now we are going to talk about the rubella virus. What is rubella virus? What is the structure of rubella virus? What disease rubella virus cause? And the life cycle of rubella virus. So let's begin to talk about the rubella virus. What are the general properties of this virus? Rubella is a contagious disease caused by a virus, and most people who get rubella usually have a mild illness with symptoms that can include a low-grade fever, sore throat, and a rash that starts on the face and spreads to the rest of the body. So it's very much similar to formation of the rash, red colored rashes, sometimes a little bit blister-like structure, but not the blister-like structure like varicella zoster. So what disease is it? Causes rubella disease. Okay, it's also known as German measles or 3-day measles virus. Rubella is contagious disease caused by this virus. It's contagious because it can be spread from the infected person to the others by direct contact or contact through those skin rashes, the secretions from the skin rashes, as well as through air, right, sneezing and coughing. Let's look at the structure. This is the 3D structure of rubella virus. You can clearly see these are the spikes on the surface of this virus. It has an envelope surrounding it. It's a spherical 40 to 80 nanometer in length, which is of moderate size. 40 to 80 nanometer, 40 is small, 80 moderate, nanometer in diameter. Positive sense single-stranded RNA is present. In electron micrographic, the dense is 30 to 35 nanometer, surrounded by a lipoprotein envelope. And the lipoprotein envelope consists of lipid which they got from the person, the cell they infect. From that, they'll get this lipoprotein envelope structure, and the proteins they will embed to the membrane, and that's how they'll get it. So this is the schematic drawing where they have capsid proteins. You can see this is the capsid protein in the green color. It has a genomic RNA inside and the capsid protein, and they have different protein on the surface known as trimers, E1 and E2, different protein names, and they form this trimer with E1 to E2 proteins. Okay, and the genomic RNA that they have inside is a single-stranded plus SS RNA, acts as a genetic material here. So what's the genetic material? Plus stranded, single-stranded RNA plus stranded RNA as a genetic material. The RNA has a molecular weight about 3 into 10 to the power minus 6. Okay, this is the molecular weight. What is the incubation period? In average, the incubation for rubella virus is 17 days, but it can range from 2 weeks to 3 weeks. That is 12 to 23 days as per the general survey. Classification, if we talk about the genus Rubivirus, right, species Rubivirus rubella, family Matonaviridae. So family is the biggest one, and then the genus Rubivirus, and the species is Rubivirus rubella. So that's simply known as rubella virus. The route of transmission: rubella spreads when an infected person coughs or sneezes. The germs are in the air, the virus particles are present in the air, and the other people may catch it from there. The disease can spread through direct contact with the saliva or mucus of an infected person, or through the air by the respiratory droplets produced from the coughing or sneezing. Also, if a woman is infected with rubella while she is pregnant, she can pass it to her developing baby and cause serious harm to the baby. And this is something that is unique about this virus, because it can move through the placental barrier into the growing baby. What are the symptoms? In the whole body, there will be fever or malaise, and also very common symptoms like enlarged neck lymph nodes, eye redness, headache, red rashes that starts in the face and slowly move through the different locations of the body, and runny nose. Now let's look at the life cycle of this rubella virus, and here you can see a simple life cycle. RUBV is the rubella virus. It carries the coat protein that is E1 and E2, and NC is the nucleocapsid in the inside of this enveloped virus. So this rubella virus will be in contact with the rubella virus receptor on the surface of the cell, host cell, which will be infected by this virus with the help of E1 and E2, and then internalization, clathrin mediated endocytosis, early endosome formation, and here we have a low pH and calcium dependent membrane fusion, as a result of which the viral particles, that is the nucleocapsid, is released into the cytosol, and they release their plus stranded RNA also in the cytosol, and they use this plus stranded RNA to make more and more copies of like minus stranded RNA, and then they use this minus stranded RNA to make more and more copies of plus stranded RNA, which will be used as a genetic material or genome of the virus during the nucleocapsid assembly later on, and they'll also take this plus stranded RNA directly to make proteins. First level of translation producing P200, which is a non-structural poly protein, and then polyprotein processing will be done. They will produce P150 and P90. All of them will be required for the viral assembly, and also afterwards when the second round of replication is done, then they will produce the capsid structures and E2 and E1, and these proteins are made and embedded into the ER membrane, and then they will, during packaging, this E1 and E2 that is present in the ER membrane, the viral packaging is done by taking a part of the ER, a chunk of the ER membrane, which is known as the formation of the vesicle. So E2 and E1 heterodimer transportation from ER towards Golgi is done, and then the further packaging of the viral particle is done in the Golgi network, and through the Golgi network they are matured. Once the maturation is done, then this virus particle will go and it will fuse with the vesicle. So basically this virus will move as a vesicle, and this vesicle will fuse with the membrane and it will get the virus out. So in this case, this virus is not taking the cell membrane of the host, but in turn it's taking the membrane from the endoplasmic reticulum from the host. So there are two different ways the viruses they grow and they take the envelope. Either they will take the envelope from the cell membrane of the host, or they will take the envelope from the endoplasmic reticulum membrane of the host. In this case they are taking the membrane from endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, and that's how the life cycle of rubella completes. So that's all about the rubella virus details, rubella virus life cycle, rubella virus structure, and the different properties of rubella virus. So if you like this video, please hit the like button, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to this channel to get more and more videos like that in future. Thank you.